Hello everyone. Have you ever been curious how Jiang Ziya once parceled out the 365 divine seats in the investiture of the gods? Sit back and I'll walk you through it. Think of the celestial bureaucracy as if it were a giant modern corporation. There are the core bosses who see the big picture, specialist departments each doing their own job, teams that handle editing and record keeping, and a few symbolic leaders whose names ring loud, but whose roles are more emblematic than hands-on. Now let's peel back the layers. First, the Special Tasks Squad. These deities each possess unique, irreplaceable skills. Take Fei, Lian, and Alai. They're the gods of dissolution, the ones who deal with small misfortunes and petty setbacks. Their work reminds mortals that cause and effect exist. Then there's Shen Gongbao, the water-dividing general, who stands vigilant at the East Sea Observation Post, logging the movements of sun, moon, and stars, a sort of celestial meteorologist. Three sisters, Yun Xiao, Qiang Xiao, and Beek Xiao, are known as the sensory maidens who oversee the mixed golden dipper. They manage the channels of reincarnation. Whether you're able to be reborn depends on them. Now, the second layer. This is where things get busy. The day-to-day running of heaven depends on 336 steadfast gods, divided into 8 major departments. First, the Thunder Department. 24 heavenly lords in charge of rain, thunder, lightning, and bolts that smite the wicked. Think of them as the Meteorology Bureau with teeth. Second, the Fire Department. 5 principal fire gods who oversee flames from the household hearth to heaven's infernos. Third, the Water Department. 4 principal gods who monitor floods, purification, and the cleansing of sins. Even illnesses caused by dampness fall under their purview. Fourth, the Plague Department. 6 gods who manufacture disease as warnings to humankind. In ancient times, illness was often read as a heavenly admonition. Fifth, the Smallpox Department was created because smallpox was so fearsome in olden days. They had an independent office just for that. Sixth, the Dipper Department, massive and loud. 278 star officials split into civil and military divisions. The civil side keeps astronomical records and cultural continuity. Their CEO is the civil star, Biggin. The military side is led by the 28 mansions and commands the legions of heavenly soldiers like a celestial SWAT team patrolling the realms. 7. The Tai Sui Department. 10 officers who watch yearly fortunes and feng shui. If you offend the year spirit or come into conflict with Tai Sui, these are the ones who adjudicate your luck. Finally, the Treasury. 4 beloved gods. The bringer of wealth, preserver of treasures, recruiter of riches, and distributor of good fortune. Whether you prosper or not, they get a lot of the credit. Third layer, the Honor and Medal Group. These figures earned titles through battlefield merit. First, the 5 Great Mountain Lords. At the eastern gate stands the Great Emperor of Mount Tai Tianqi Rensheng, Lord of East Peak, Huang Feihu. He earned his post by aiding the Duke of Zhou and now sits as Chief of the 5 Mountains, Guardian of Mount Tai. To the south is the sighting illustrious Holy Emperor of Mount Hang Chong Heihu, Keeper of Hangshan, whose presence makes the southern ranges bow. In the center, guarding Song Mountain, is the central heaven, exalted Holy Emperor of Mount Song, Wen Pin, a stabilizer of spirit and order across the central plains. To the north stands the peaceful heaven, profound Holy Emperor of Mount Hang North, Hui Ying, protector of Hangshan in the north, a bulwark against the dark qi of northern demons. And in the west, ruling Huashan, is the golden heaven, proud Holy Emperor of Mount Hua, Jiang Xiong, stationed to ensure the fields and winds of his region remain harmonious. Following them are the 4 generals of the Mo clan, Mo Liqing, Mo Lihong, Mo Lihai, and Mo Lishu. They marched alongside Huang Feihu in the same campaigns. After death, they were elevated to the rank of the 4 heavenly kings, posted to guard the Lingshao Palace and the 4 great gates of the sky. Each of them bears a fearsome magical treasure. Then come the 4 grand marshals, the Imperial Close Protection Squad assigned to the Jade Emperor. Imagine a phalanx of golden armored gods, the equivalent of today's presidential special forces, always at the sovereign side. Finally, the 2 gate wardens, Hang and Ha, were promoted as honorary guardian deities. Stationed at the temple's main gate, Hang and Ha can drive back demons with a single thunderous roar. Fourth layer. Department leaders, these 10 are the real power players. The Holy Mother of Jinling is the matriarch of the Dipper Department. Jiang Ziya titled her the Chief Celestial Mother of the Palace, and she commands the Star Legions and Ceremonial Guard. Everything goes through her. As head of the Celestial Mansions, all 278 star officials answer to her. Then, Wen Zhong, leader of the Thunder Department, titled Responding Thunder of the 9 Heavens, a war god through and through, he wields the Thunder Maul and leads the 24 Thunder deities. Wrongdoers risk being split in 2 by his lightning. He handles rain and relief from droughts as well. Luo Xuan, the Fire Lord, dubbed Fire Virtue Star Lord, is a master of flame and leads the 5 fire gods responsible for everything from scorched stir-fries to conflagrations that could burn cities. The Plague Chief, Lu Yue, the Plague Great Emperor, is ruthless. He and his 6 plague gods spread pestilence to keep mortals in check sometimes, with tragic collateral damage. The top wealth god, Zhao Gongming, the true Lord of Dragon and Tiger Prophets, is the master recruiter of riches. Merchants who worship him rarely go broke. The Tai Sui office runs on a dual leadership, Yin Zhao, the official who presides over the year and the unpleasant omens that accompany it, and his deputy Yang Ren, the year cycle Tai Sui, who aids him with an arcane fan of 5 fires and 7 birds. The smallpox office is headed by Yu Hulong, titled Fixia Yuanzhi, who, along with his 5 sons, governs the 5 smallpox gods. His wife, the guardian mother of chambers, has symbolic duties guarding against childhood illness and is invoked by parents praying for safe childbirth. Water Chief Lu Xiong, the Water Virtue Star Lord, is theoretically supreme over water affairs in practice. He's a lofty figure, more symbolic than hands-on. 5th layer, the twin cores of the system. Why is the Holy Mother of Jinling here? Because she is more than a department head, she is the pillar holding up the entire constellation system. Revered as the esteemed one of Northern Polar Purple Chi, she commands 84,000 stars, along with every malignant spirit in the heavens. The movement of every star, the shifting of all cosmic fortunes, none proceed without her sanction. She is one of the highest-ranking true gods in all the realms, the mother of mothers, a queen among goddesses, the very empress of the spiritual world. And beside her, Bingling Gonghuang Tianhua, enshrined as the rightful god of the 3 mountains. He rules over the 3 mountains and the 5 sacred peaks, the supreme commander of every mountain deity in the mortal realm. Why does he stand in the 5th layer? Because his battle power is legendary. The Mo clan's 4 generals, Chen Tong, Lu Yue, Yu Hua, even at least 2 of the 10 great star lords, all fell beneath his hand. If the Holy Mother of Jinling is the supreme leader of the celestial court, then Huang Tianhua is the unrivaled commander of every god outside its gates. 6th layer, the true top seat. At the very first spot on the investiture list sits Bai Jian, honored as the leader of the 3 realms, the head of the 8 divisions, and first among the 365 auspicious gods. But in truth, his work is rest. He lives off the honors, taking each day at ease. His name commemorates ancient deeds, the vanquishing of Qi Yu in primordial times, and his role in building the investiture platform. Think of him as the bronze founder's statue in a company lobby worshipped by visitors, admired by employees, a living monument to a mythic past. He's revered, yes, but he won't suddenly stride down from his pedestal and demand overtime. After you've heard it all, doesn't the whole divine realm start to look like one colossal enterprise? The ancient stacked departments, ranks, and roles with hairline care, a cosmic bureaucracy conceived by brilliant, tireless minds. That completes our introduction to the 365 invested gods. If you enjoyed the journey, subscribe us now and we'll bring more stories your way. Thank you for watching, and see you!